Right from allowing iron ore exports to increasing production cap, India's second largest iron ore producing state with over 40 million ton output recorded in FY22, Karnataka's iron ore mining industry has seen quite a lot of transitions of late. A decade after the Supreme Court heavily limited iron ore sale and extraction from Karnataka, the court has recently eased its own orders. Hello, I am Vaibhav Dubey and I am here to talk about how is Karnataka's iron ore industry shaping up post the Supreme Court's verdict. But before that, let's have a quick recap in the past. Back in 2011, the Supreme Court issued a ruling to prohibit the mining operations in Karnataka after the Central Empowered Committee formed by the Supreme Court raised awareness of the widespread breach in mining. In addition to significant losses to the exchequer, encroachment on forest land, ecological destruction, certain serious health issues among the local inhabitants, unlawful mining leading to the theft of public property, the Supreme Court further restricted the exports of iron ore pellets from Karnataka. It also mandated that auctions would be conducted only via monitoring committee. Additionally, Supreme Court set the maximum permitted production cap for mines in category A and B to 30 million ton, which was later increased to 35 million ton in December 2017. If we talk in detail, depending on the severity of the offences, the Central Empowered Committee by Supreme Court categorized the mining leases into A, B and C. Category A comprised of mines where no, or we can say marginal illegalities were found. Category B were those mines where pits were found outside the lease area, whereas Category C comprised of mines where mining operations had stretched beyond the lease area by more than 15%. Overturning its 2011 order, the Supreme Court in a landmark verdict on 20th May lifted curbs on exports and eased sales restrictions where mining had banned following environmental violations. The Karnataka government has issued guidelines where miners can now both sell through direct sales or spot sales as well as through e-commerce platforms such as MSTC. Recently, the ceiling limit for iron ore mining in Karnataka has been increased to 50 million ton from 35 million ton, talking about after effects of the Supreme Court's verdict, mainly from the sales point of view. Iron ore sales in Karnataka have recovered over the past couple of months. Iron ore sales dropped to their lowest level in over 2 years to a little under 1 million ton due to the confusion over the sales and dispatches following the Supreme Court's verdict. Iron ore sales in e-auctions in August rose to 1.2 million ton. NMDC, KSMCN and Vedanta were the leading suppliers. That apart, direct sales were also reported by some miners such as MSPL and Chogle & Company, although the volumes are yet to be verified. While the sales volumes averaged around 1.5 million ton per month through e-auctions, open sales by private miners were at around 2 lakh ton. It is therefore evident that the sales volumes remain on the lower side than 3 million ton recorded in the period before the Supreme Court order. It deserves mention that immediately after the Supreme Court's verdict, the government imposed a hefty 50% export duty on all grades of iron ore and a prohibitive 45% on pellets. Therefore, naturally, exports are not taking place and the market participants are waiting with a bated breath for any government stance of change on this issue. With the cap on production lifted, it is expected that Karnataka's iron ore output will increase in the upcoming months. For instance, NMDC's Kumaraswamy mine is due for extension of lease in October. Run-of-mine iron ore production capacity of mine is proposed to be increased to 10 million ton per year from 7 million ton with the setting up of a second screening plant at the site. Other miners of Karnataka such as Vedanta are expected to ramp up their production in the coming days. However, enhanced volumes are expected to come in only after the end of the next quarter. Steel Mint is conducting a field visit to Karnataka for getting a closer picture of mining industry in the state. For more such updates, please visit www.steelmint.com.